So have you ever thought about your existing clients? I know with social media, it can be so easy to get distracted and feel like we have to be on build, new clients. But what about our existing clients? In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the importance of caring and nurturing your relationship with your existing clientele, how much more easier it is than actually always building with the new, and the importance of having a successful business beyond social media, beyond what we see behind the scenes, that really is meaningful to you. In today's episode, I'm just going to be sharing some really helpful tips in regards to your existing clientele, an amazing experience I have with one of my beauty service providers that really kind of started a catalyst for this episodes of this week. And so I really hope that you take some great takeaways from this episode. As always, I appreciate you being on here, and I always appreciate your support through a review on Google at Celeste Stylist or on your favorite podcast listening network. If there's a way to leave a rating, I always appreciate that. So with that, let's get started. So with the holidays and all the promotions and all the things going on right now, where is the appreciation, the love, the gratitude, and also the relationship building with our existing clients? I really feel like our existing clients sometimes can be like, oh boy, it's Sally at 2:00, instead of being like, wow, I get to see Sally. Sally chooses me to come at 2:00 every month, right? So in today's episode, I really wanted to touch into the importance of keeping that relationship alive. And like with anything, I love giving examples. So let's start with dating analogy. So when you start dating somebody, if you're off to a good start, you're excited, right? Like you take maybe a little extra effort in little things that you do, and little details, like they call you in the morning or text you in the morning. Or they'll text you at night to say good night. The little details, right? Like maybe you look a little cuter, you make a little extra effort for yourself. But as the relationship, develops from boyfriend to girlfriend, or, for us being just seeing each other exclusively, to maybe an engagement, or to maybe a committed relationship, whether that's marriage or not, things start evolving, right? And sometimes we can take for granted many things. I know, for example, in my life, my husband gets to see my hair natural very often. And it's just something that he knows. And he likes, he has a mind that I'm natural all the time on my face too. It's just the reality of being with me. But he knows that I love to dress up and stuff. And when I do, he also enjoys that part too, right? So I've been sharing that analogy because I want to talk about our clients, okay? Now that we have that example in, let's talk about our clients. When is the last time you surprised them within your service? Okay. So I want to share a beautiful example of somebody who does this very well. I'm going to be inviting her to the podcast. I think probably more for the holiday season. So I will be inviting her for the podcast to just kind of talk and share things with us. But she's always surprising me, okay? So I love my facial. So I get a hydrofacial every month, okay? That's my ritual. Every month I go to a hydrofacial. But it's not just a hydrofacial, okay? The way her service is also energy work. And there's other beautiful little things that she does every single month. And so she's always surprising me, okay? So yesterday was the first time I ever got face cupping. You know how people do cupping in their back and stuff to remove toxins? So there's actually a little face cupping you can do, which I had no idea. Made my face feel like I had a facelift. I still feel the effects of it. It feels amazing. And it's also moves, it's like a detoxing as well. And it was so freaking amazing and beautiful. I loved it. I was not expecting it. She had this other additional extra things going on and she moved to a new room in her space, and it was just such a beautiful experience without going into too much detail, because I really feel like part of the magic, everybody creates their own magic, so I'm not here to give away all her magic. I'm just here to share one part of it, which was the facial cupping. It was a surprise. I was not expecting that. Okay. We've been working together for 3 years now. Okay. So our relationship is more seasoned as a beauty professional, right? And I've developed a relationship with her more than just a beauty professional. I really consider her a friend, like a sister, like that sisterly love of like somebody in the business, that we're both in the beauty industry. And although, she's not in hair, like we're both in the industry and there's so much love and respect for each other. That surprise was amazing. So I actually created a video, which I will be uploading and tagging her in, just because I thought it was just so beautiful. It was just something so magical that day. But this is where I'm going with this. I am a client of 3 years who got surprised yesterday. And so I took additional videos, okay, of her space, really cute. I'm going to put music of what I felt and what my face looked like, because I was glowing. And my face looks so good. I can still feel the tightening in my cheeks, which I will put in my caption. I'm doing all this extra stuff, not because, it's the last. No, I'm doing it as a client, okay? I already gave her a Google review. So I'm going to try to find her on Yelp to give her a Yelp review. And also, I'm going to do that video for her and share her on my main social channel on Instagram. I'm doing all of this over a surprise that she did to me yesterday, okay, with her service. So I want you to think, when is the last time you surprised your clients? Or are you doing things just like what you do all the time? And it's so important that we really take a real, sincere look at our business and see, what are we doing? Are we doing the same thing over and over again? How can we change things up? It can be in simple ways, okay? So something that I've learned even with my own clients is that you don't do the same thing in repetition, because then you just take it for granted, okay? Like if you didn't know that, like somebody's doing something extra for you, how are you going to appreciate it, right? That's a lesson I learned last week. So it's so important that you do those little extra things, that you surprise people with the little simple things. You make it unique to every single one of them in little simple ways. It doesn't have to be nothing crazy. So let's start with examples. Okay, so last part is like real things that you see. So I remember that I used to go to this salon years ago, and they had this thing with a hot towel. Okay, so they would put like a hot towel on you and everything while you were in the shampoo bowl. But I noticed that they would do it to some people, and to other people they wouldn't. Okay, and that is what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. If I'm a client there, right, and I see that you're putting extra hot towel with like maybe like some scented oils in it, in the shampoo bowl for somebody, but not for me. Like my first thought is like, is that something extra? Is that something I have to pay for? And if it is, why wasn't that offered that? Because that looks amazing. I want that. Okay. So think about little things like that, right? So if we're talking about hot towel. Okay, so maybe you added treatment. You're like, yeah, Celeste, I take care of my clients all the time because I add an extra treatment and I don't charge them for them. And that's your choice, okay? Or I do charge them for them. But do they know that that treatment is part of the cost of the service? So they know that's a little extra, right? It's so important that we let our clients know extra little things we do. Don't take it for granted, okay? Like, it was such a beautiful reminder even for me. I'm like, oh yeah, like I need to remind them what I'm doing. Even if, like we've done this many times, like one quick example I can give you, like one of my clients was like, yeah, Celeste, I can start feeling my hair. Because she does treatments, okay, every 3 months. So, of course, she starts feeling when, her hair starts getting brittle and feeling dry. We have horrible water here, okay, where I live at. It's horrible water. I need to do treatments on my hair. And people wonder, like, oh, your hair's so soft. And I do a lot of treatments on my hair. I do a lot of mineral removal treatments. So it was that time for her again. And based on the things that she was concerned about, I'm like, yep, it's time. And I looked at her notes. It was time for her to do a treatment. So those little things that we do, and I went ahead and did a treatment for her. But I hadn't let her know. And then I saw her a couple of days later because, I went to go do another service for her, and he's like, oh my gosh, I love my hair. It's so soft. I forget how soft it gets. I'm trying to figure out what happened. Why is it so soft? It feels so nice. And then I told her, I'm like, oh yeah, well, we did a mineral treatment. Oh my God, Celeste, you did that for me? I'm like, yeah, girl, because it was time. So needless to say, like, those little things is so important that we let our clients know, right? They feel the difference, but do they know the difference? Do they know that you're taking that extra step? I usually let them know it was just one of those days where, like, we were like, having a really amazing, beautiful visit and conversation and services. And it was, it was a beautiful time. So I didn't want to distract from that special magic we were having together. But it's so important that we let our clients know. So if you are doing deep conditioning treatments, let your client know. And if you add something extra, allow your client to know, hey, so today I'm going to add this extra thing, or you know what, we have this new service. Did you want to add it on? Offer it. Offering a service is not like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to take more money from you. It's offering them a solution that they need. With services, and when you're trying to upsell, I really want you to take a look at it this way. You are the expert, okay? You can feel their hair. You can feel differences. It is our job to let them know, right? Like, how can you help them? If you can feel it, if you can see it, they probably can too. And you are the one that they're going to see to get solutions for their problems. So offer solutions. It's just an offer. It's an invitation. Anytime I offer a service, I'm like, this is an invitation for this. And you either like want it or you don't. Like, I am not going to discount it. And I've learned that even, like, I remember I just did a bridal show. And in my gut, I'm like, man, this doesn't feel right. And I was so right not to do that. And I know that next time shout out to them for giving so much, beautiful advice and stuff. But yeah, discounting is never the route to go. But anyways, like, it's just so important that you really start thinking more of your business as a service, as an offering, right? We go to Ulta all the time, okay? I go to Ulta here in my town. And, they're always like, hi, could I, is there something I can help you with or you're looking for? And I'm like, ew, here they come to annoy me. I'm like, oh, no, I'm good, But you know what? When I'm lost, or I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I want this product, but there's no more left here. Now I know that they're the ones I can go look for. And I'll go look for them and go tell them, hey, can you check if there's some in the back? Hey, can you order this from me online and get it delivered to my house, right? I know they're there to help me when I need them. I may not need them going right in the door, but I know they're there to help me and assist me. The same thing is with our clients, okay? Like, we've developed with existing clients, we've developed relationships. Like, it's not just like, oh, it's this new person. And like, we know things about them. We have developed a bond over time, right? And the transitioning of their hair as well. So, and their lives. That's not something to be taken for granted. And I feel like just like in a relationship, like we started the episode, like you could think like, oh, it's, like, oh, well, we've been together, like my husband and I, we've been together 11 years together, married for 10. So like we've been together 11 years. So, he knows. No, it's nice to hear sometimes I love you. It's nice to know somebody appreciates you. It's nice to wake up and like to bring you a cup of coffee. It's nice to wake up and they've, cleaned up the kitchen before they went to work. Like, those little things matter. A simple thank you, right, matters. A little surprise matters. So how are you enhancing the experience for your clients? So, and I wanted to talk beyond the salon, also in the booking side. Are you making it easy to do business with you? Some, like, I know that there's all kinds of type of price shoppers and things like that, but with our existing clientele, it's so important to make it easy for them. And make it something that it's really accessible for them to book with us with ease, right? Especially right now during the holiday season. So this season, if you're not a beauty professional, is super heavy for beauty professionals because, my clients are getting their hair done, they have events going on, different things, right? So it's so important that we really make it with more ease and make it more special. It doesn't have to be nothing crazy. So if you're like, okay, Celeste, this all sounds great. I do not have the time or money to add something additional to the service. That's fine. To make it maybe a little extra special, something that, that speaks volumes without adding an additional price tag is, instead of just getting the conditioner from the bottle, straight into their hair, what about like putting your conditioner in the back just for the month of October, for example, and just like pumping it into a little cute little bowl and having a clean brush, and applying it at their ends instead of just going straight from the pump. It may take an extra minute for you, but it's gonna be enhancing their experience. It's just about those little details or touches, taking notes on your clients and your last conversation so you can continue with the follow through of it. It's just all those beautiful little things matter so much. And we are in a service-based industry, and it's beyond the services that we do. Good hair, good beauty services are so easy to find, but the people that are really getting booked up right now at this moment and really retain their clients very well, it has to do a lot with service, right? So don't take for granted right now if you're being booked out, you're like, oh my gosh, it doesn't matter that I canceled, doesn't matter that my salon suite was locked, so I had to reschedule her. It doesn't matter that I dress my own way because it's my style for their wedding day. It doesn't matter that, I run late. It doesn't matter that I reschedule all the time. All those things that we think that don't matter really do in this time. It's so important, right, that we really focus on that, because there are options. Our clients are always have options, and one of the most beautiful things I've learned in life and in business is that nobody's indispensable. And what I mean by that is, like, people are like, oh my gosh, I always remember my bosses. Oh my God, you're so amazing, Celeste. What would I do without you? I can't do this without you, right? Clearly I no longer work for them, and there's other people working for them. So nobody's indispensable. You must remember that we're replaceable. So make it a lasting impression for however long you work for somebody. And anytime that I'm doing a service, I'm there to work for them. They're not here for me. There are boundaries. There's communication. There is respect. But don't take your existing clients for granted. So now I'm going to end this episode with 2 really helpful hot tips, and then we're ending it. We're going to have a short one today. So number 2 is make sure that you communicate with them at least monthly. Do it via text, via email, whatever is your preferred method. I like to send a monthly newsletter to my clients. It's just fun. It has beauty tips in there. I'm sending mine out tomorrow to all of my clients that are beauty only related. So it's just a special note. If you're part of the email list, you get it. If not, there's nowhere else you can get that. That's a fun little extra perk. It doesn't cost me any money to produce. It does cost me a little bit of time, but it's special for them, right? It makes them feel special, and literally they can only get it if they're part of the email list. Nobody else can get that. And they have to be within my clientele base, or else you don't, or like interested in beauty services to get that type of newsletter, or else you don't get it. So make it special. Communicate with them. Especially right now with the holidays, there's so many tips everywhere. Like, remember to be the authority, because they always are getting distracted, and always getting attention is being grabbed from them from other beauty professionals around them and also online. So remember to stay top of mind. And lastly, number 3 is don't be scared to offer a new service to them. It is so much easier to offer a service and book a service with an existing client than it is with new clients. And also, it's so much easier to, get yourself booked out or get yourself more services or more income through your existing clientele than it is trying to get new clients. Remember, social media is just a tool, okay? And social media is a tool where I connect with my clients, whether we still work together or not, whether it's a one-time, that one time that we get to work together, like bridal, or it's ongoing, like hair color or haircuts. It always is there for a connection point. It is not the be-all and do-all for me, for business. So remember to not solely rely on social. Remember to also rely on your communication style with your clients at least once a month, whether it's text or email. Remember to really make the experience fun, interactive, and spice it up, right? Like any good relationship, it's fun to be surprised. And I just want to say thank you so much to my amazing esthetician who surprised me yesterday with face cupping. Because of that, I decided to go a little extra mile, leave an extra review, create a little cute little video of my experience and how my face looked after, just based on a simple little thing that she did yesterday. It wasn't just that. She did other things, which I'm not going to share because that's her magic. But I really love the cupping. That was such a surpriseful and amazing experience. So that's what an amazing experience can do for your clients. That's what an amazing experience can do for your business. Your clients appreciate what you do and will take that extra time when it's like warranted, but also when I get asked. I know like if she was to ask me to do something for her, like any type of review, I would do it, like no worries. But the reviews I already have given her before are based on my experience because I want to, because she's always like surprising and delighting me. And it's not every single time. It's just when I think, oh, okay, so this is how it goes. It's not how it goes. And it's such a fun way to spice things up, especially during this busy season for all of us. So I feel so refreshed and renewed and ready for this October month. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and I will see you back here next week. Bye, love.